The Civic Platform Party wants to silence discussion of illegal immigration. Thus, Donald Tusk's government has shifted to local government some of the inconvenient tasks dealing with the admission of newcomers from Asia and the Middle East. We refer to the foreigners' integration centres being created. The passivity of the Polish services to the events from the Polish-German border is a tacit acquiescence to their relocation, even before the Migration Pact comes into force. No discussion, thank you. This is what Civic Platform councillor Stanisław Kaup said, because Civic Platform abhors discussion of illegal migration. So the position of Law and Justice councillors expressing opposition to the creation of the Centre for Integration of Foreigners in Szczecin was rejected without discussion and ended up closing the mouth of the opposition. Law and Justice councillor Dariusz Smolinski explained. But it so happens that according to all surveys, the opposition represents the opinion of the vast majority of the public on this issue. Meanwhile, photos from a city council session in Płock on the same issue prove that the Civic Platform Party is afraid of confronting the people. Unfortunately, the city guard in Płock is trying to block the entrance of residents to a council session on migrants. We are entering the session, ladies and gentlemen. And they have entered. But this is another situation that shows that the topic of illegal migration has become a hot potato, because it is not the government, but local government that directly feel the public's breath when deciding to establish foreigner integration centres. We oppose it. This was also the case yesterday at the session in Piotrów Trybunalski. And on a daily basis on our western border, German police check and transfer migrants to Poland. Why are they bringing them here? Because after the lowering of the level of security at home, Germans no longer want migrants. When asked about the legality of this practice, Justice Minister Adam Bodnar did not dare to take a position. I leave it to colleagues who deal with internal affairs to comment on issues that concern them. The officials of the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Administration were addressed by Law and Justice MP Paweł Jabłoński during a meeting of the Parliamentary Committee on Polish-German Affairs. He asked about the numbers, as the Germans report they have sent 10,000 people back to Poland during the year. They have admitted, in fact, that they have no knowledge, they have no control, that Germany does exactly what it wants, and the Polish government doesn't react. We demand that the Polish government ask the German government and the European Union for the legal basis, because in our opinion, this is illegal. The Polish side doesn't keep any statistics, so we don't know how many illegal immigrants from Germany have already come to us. The Germans are bringing migrants to Poland, also using joint posts of German police and Polish border guards. The border guard informed the portal niezależne.pl. Foreigners transferred by German services to Poland under the Dublin Agreements and readmission agreements are picked up by officers at designated locations on both sides of the border, including at joint Polish-German posts, including those on the German side of the border. And when, on the occasion of the opening of such a post in Tuplica, we asked the Lubuskie governor's government representative about this, he fled. I won't comment on this because it's not very reasonable. And all this is taking place a year before the Migration Pact, i.e. the forced relocation of newcomers from Asia and Africa to EU countries, comes into force. At this point, it is important to recall the document of the Union of Polish Metropolises, signed by the mayors of the country's largest cities, including Rafał Trzaskowski, in which local government officials appealed to the United Right government to cooperate on the issue of migrant relocation. For many years, we have maintained our willingness to cooperate with the government, administration and social organisations on topics related to successive migration crises. We expressed it, for example, in 2015 in the position paper on relocation and resettlement of refugees, in 2017 in the Declaration on Cooperation in the Field of Migration, and in 2020. Ahead of what will happen when Prime Minister Tusk closes the deal at the Presidential Palace and gets his deputy Rafał Trzaskowski installed there, Karol Nawrocki warns, declaring the need for an office for combating illegal migration. Because Polish women, because Polish children, Polish families must feel safe. Polish citizens will make their choice in 23 days.